Hi everybody! Anyone that's there, hello! How's it going? Hope everyone's good. Do you like my lump off? Whatever her name is. Lumpy Space Princess. How could I forget? Oh, might be a quieter stream today. Who knows how I'm feeling? I'm drinking. So that always leads to fun stuff. Got my new hook. From Walmart. Thank you, Walmart. Come on this way. Push. Come on. You got it. Push. Push. That's good, girl. Okay, I think today we're gonna work on the head, this little buddy, because I have a needle for it. Also, I tried putting my first set of safety eyes in the other day, which is different than just popping the eye in and stuffing it and not worrying about the safety eyes. And the actual, it's like a push, you gotta like cap it on the other end, and it like, it broke my fingers. It was so hard to get the stupid safety cap on. Okay. So this is a 3.5 needle, single crochet 6 in a magic loop. I can do that. Ooh, that is a tiny needle. Okay, got my slip knot. Single crochet 6. One. 2. 3. Proton! Is that a joke that I don't understand? Hi! How you doing, Fairlinks? You doing, my friend? Hello, Sawyer! You haven't even been redeemed and you're already here wanting to be a part of things. Alright, first thing I'm noticing about this stupid new needle is it almost feels like sandpapery underneath. It's not smooth like some of my other needles. Feel smooth. This one's like sandpaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm bringing the positive vibes. What happened, buddy? That's a very mixed message. The ellipses and then the sad face are showing that you're not bringing positive vibes. Are you okay, buddy? It doesn't have to be positive all the time. Everyone has bad days. Do you have a bad day? Do you need to see some Sawyer? Not sure yet. Excuse me, Sawyer, I need a thingy. Do you want to drink with me, Fairlinks? I did not catch the science joke. Proton, because they have positive charges. Yep. And here I go on my nice tangent about making sure you're okay. And it was just a joke I didn't pick up on because I'm an idiot. Just kidding. Hi, Wawa Tessie. Hi, Amanda. How are you guys doing? Amanda, how's everything calmed down with the work stuff? I know there was a bit of a work emergency before. How do I always manage to magic ring so tight that I can't get my fucking needle in? God, I always struggle. That's actually, I usually just struggle with the very first stitch. And I curse myself for making such tight stitches. It's because I was a knitter. And knitters have a much tighter gauge than crocheters typically. So I do it too tight. No jokes! I don't want to hear a single tight joke. Oh, I don't think I like this needle one bit. Also, this dark ass yarn makes it hard to see my stitches. Sawyer, stop it. Back away from the popcorn. It's still crazy, my dude. I'm sorry to hear it's crazy. I come bring good vibes. Thanks, D&D with me. Thanks, Peter. Title. I know. You would say it a lot with your beading. Holy shit. I feel like I'm doing the Charleston. Do you like it? Or do you not like it? And you did? Did you shave? Did you shave? Why am I so confused? When aren't I confused? No, I was right. Or was I? Did you do the DM, Peter? No, guard straight down to the grain. What? Oh, the DM, Peter. No, okay. I was a shaving comment. I'm like, what? I thought that might have been like a weapons comment, and I was very confused. And also, I don't know, Greg. I did the normal thing. I didn't do nothing weird. There was definitely a live notification, right? Hi, Greg. Hi, everybody. It did go out, right? It should have. Hi, je ne sais quoi. How are you? I've been loving the art and stuff you've been putting in the art channel. I downloaded that app. I haven't used it yet, but it's just fucking fascinating. How's everyone doing this fine Tuesday? It's like my mini Friday because I don't work on Wednesdays now. I switched my schedule, so I don't work Wednesdays. I just work slightly longer on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And honestly, greatest decision I've maybe ever made in my life. God, this is the world's tiniest needle. It's actually not. It's not even... It's not that bad. Nice boy, you're in my light. I didn't say move. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, you're gonna get yourself into trouble, aren't you? So I don't go here. There you go. Okay. It's a nice flip. It is. Well, because I'm my own boss. Because I'm a registered massage therapist and I have my own schedule because I'm my own boss, even though I work with an organization. I get to make my own schedule. And this was a perk. I had a coworker. I had never thought of this. I was just working my regular work week. And my coworker was like, I take Wednesdays off and just work slightly longer days. It ends up being the same amount of money, but I get a day off to rest. Because it's way easier to do 2 long days than have a break than it is to do 5 not as long, but still pretty long days. Yeah, you have gotten so many people to download it. Like, Wombo, I'm doing your job for you. It's just such a cool idea. How many minutes? Two. Basically, I think the Derpwood should be sponsored by Wumbo by now. All of our art. Greg doesn't need to do our art anymore. We'll just do Wumbo. Oh, guys, look what Sawyer just did. She just knocked over my thing of yarn. There's balls everywhere. It's actually really annoying, Sawyer. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Huh? Oh, you just wanted to sit in the shelf. I can respect a shelf sit. I can respect that. I too love a good shelf sit. I'll just leave this on the ground so you don't knock it over. How about that? You can even lay in it if you want. That's precious, guys. That is freaking precious. She wanted the shelf. I strategically taped all, I wound up and taped all of my yarn because my cats keep knocking them over. Can you stop, webcam? I'm the boss of you. Is that right? Does that look fine? I don't know, guys. It looks fine. I just released a TikTok performing a monologue via puppet inspired by Wumbo art piece I made. That is amazing. Cashmila says the guest on the stream. She should be featuring Soybean. Her real name is Sawyer. But I call her Soybean or soy sauce or soy. Come here, you soft little fluff. She's trouble. Do you like art? Okay, Greg, you can keep doing the art. Bring Kitty. Oh, I got a redemption. Here, baby. Here. We got a redemption. You think come say hi. Can I clean out your little eyeballs? They're kind of goopy. One. Next one. Two. There you go. Got the goops. We got Kitty. No, I need love. That's not very nice. Can't believe you just said that to me. I feed you. I put a roof over your head, and that's the way you're gonna talk to me? Oh my god! Why would you even say that? I love you so much. She does not love this, but I love her so much. I need love. Ah! That's my life. That's the one thing about cats. They do not respond to demands. I have found, though, as a cat owner, the key to cats is to convince them that it was their idea, and then they'll cooperate. Boop, boop. What's this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 12 stitches. Now we're going to single crochet and then increase. We can do that. Everyone seeing? What can I get someone? Well, everyone's opinion on the hand down cam. The hand cam. Do we like it? Is it too far up? What is it saying to you? She's not Twitch ready. She's like, my fans, they'll know. I'm going to stream on your pillow later. Thank God she's never done that. Like, the fuck. I'd be so mortified if either of my cats peed on my bed. I'd be like, well, guess I'm just getting a new mattress. It's not like I can afford that, but it's fine. That's gonna be a good clip. You good. Looks great to me. Does it? Okay, like it's not too high. Maybe I'll put that up there so that people can more clearly see my hands. I don't know. I'm just trying to be aware of how far up I am and stuff. If I should be a little closer. But if it's good, it's good. Maybe if anyone who's a crocheter out there and a crafter, tell me what you think would make this better for other crafters. Okay, I officially hate this needle. Walmart, what the fuck? It's almost, it just keeps snagging on things. I don't like it. We're making his head right now, guys. That's exciting. Everyone loves heads. See what I did there? I added a plural so it was less dirty. But not by much. I did some minor sewing repairs today. That's pretty fun. What were you repairing? Were you repairing some pants? This needle sucks. You guys can't understand, but it's supposed to feel smooth and effortless. It feels like it's catching all my yarn. You guys want to understand what it's like. I'm a needle that snags. Amanda might understand. Thank you, Miss Bill Twilding. Yeah, it's for like, there's a lot of people here. I love you guys so much. So much. But we're just here to chat. We're here to chitty chat. We're hanging out. Hanging out for the cats. Hanging out for the vibes. The swing music. But then I'm like, if I was a crocheter coming on to the crafts or a maker, what would entice me to stay? Is it like, that's my question. I'm trying to imagine different lighting setup, but I think it's as good. Yeah, honestly, lighting would be a thing, but I'd have to buy a better light. Like this is the best I can do with what I have. Threading in my hoodie just never. Ew. Needle and thread. One. I guess it's also different because I'm not like a tutorial channel. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If I was a tutorial channel and like, if this was a tutorial channel as the derp one and we were doing that, things might be different. But we're not. I'm just trail. Knitting things. Knitting these things. Crochet. And it's brought some crafty people in. We love it. Let's do D&D with me. So we have my collection of cups tonight. Lumpy Space Princess. Lump off! Lump off, guys! And then my other favorite, Witch's Brew. This one was rum and coke. This one's gin and tonic. It's my Friday. Made with, this is important, really flat 7-Up and really flat tonic. AKA, it's pretty awful actually. But I had half a liter left. I'm like, I can't waste this. Even though it's $1, I really should have just wasted it. The gin deserves better than flat tonic and flat 7-Up. I didn't do justice to the gin. I'm sorry, gin. Sorry. So now I'm doing 2 single crochets and an increase. What is for dinner, my dude? Bye, Amanda. Thank you for lurking. Do you have a crocheted version of the Barkley emote, dude? I don't. I would make that. If I wasn't, okay, I might make that separate. Okay, I have to think about this because the whole thing about what I'm doing is crocheting my way through the dungeon manual. I'm not drunk yet, I swear. So I could make a tree ant and we could call it Barkley. Like, otherwise I might do it separately. That would actually be a really cute giveaway idea, is to do some little Barkleys along with our Barkley beading. I'm not suggesting Amanda has to give them away, but if we were to do that, I think that'd be pretty cool. Je ne sais quoi? You are a genius. Girly green beans, broccoli, roast potatoes, and chicken breast. Hey Peter, you wanna come live with me? You and your wife can come live here. Can I eat some of your food? I had a sub. Okay. I had a sub for dinner because I was hungry, but I didn't want to cook. One single crochet. Mark our start. One. Two. Single crochet. And then one increase. Two increase. One single crochet. Two single crochet. One increase. Two increase. I'm not at a point yet where I can crochet and not look at it. I can knit without looking, or I could before. I haven't knitted in a while. But I can't crochet and look. Plus, I no doubt could not keep count. And I'd have to keep double checking where I left off if I wanted to try to multitask. You already hit the third. I love broccoli. Broccolis are like little broccoli mans. Little broccolis, little Barkleys, little broccolies? Is it? That's great. Greg, you're wrong. You should love it. Did I increase there? I did. One single crochet. Two single crochet. One increase. Anyone else out there in chatty chat or in just lurk mode, whatever? How's everyone doing? Talk to me, people. How we doing? This is your almost midweek check-in. We're a little pre-mid. A little premature on the mid, but you know. How's everyone doing? Two single crochets. One. Two. Oh, I have a question for everyone. Has anyone out there negotiated their rent price with where they rent? Whether it's from like a landlord that just owns a house, like a small deal, or if it's from a big building. I'm more interested in the big building question, like side of it, because yeah. Anyone? Anyone out there? still on point. Had to gargle eggnog while singing Christmas songs in the 9th, and the other people had to guess that song. Existential crisis? Gross. Oh, I love nog, and I feel like that would just ruin nog for me. And I will not risk an activity that ruins nog. It is a no bueno. You can't risk nog. It's too fucking important. Three stitches and then an increase. Alright. That's all I got. Save. I did it. Okay, 63 single crochet. Nobody has any opinions on the renting thing? One, two, three. And then we increase when two. What? 1 second, guys. Okay. I don't think much on how to negotiate around conversation. It can already be. It's very predatory. It could be quite difficult, however, you get a good rapport with it. Yeah. I was reading online because there's this new apartment building in the town I live in. It's this like fancy fucking place. It's like luxury condos. It's stupid. But I was like, what are the chances that I could negotiate my rent? Because one of the units is actually like my dream. So I was looking online like how to negotiate rent, and they're like, you definitely should try. You may not get anywhere, but it's worth a shot. And it's basically about giving them something in return for lowering your rent, like offering maybe a 2-year lease instead of a 1-year lease, or just different little tactics like that. I was like, I kinda want to try. I would end up with my rent doubled. Oh, Amanda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Still on par. I'm glad I switched that music. I like this. Well, it's just like, I don't think the rent is crazy unreasonable. It's just way more than I can afford. Hi, Ethan, buddy. Were you like lake fish the fishing you do in the lake when it's cold? Ice fishing. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay, 4 stitches and then an increase. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1. 2. Well, it's not even being finished. It's not even done being built yet, so it's not been listed very long. I had thought it had been finished, and they were having a hard time filling it because they're so overpriced. And like in the town I live in, it's not. There's no demand for luxury condos in a small fucking town. So I was like, maybe they have had a hard time filling it. I am like a small business owner. I can appeal to there, but I don't know. I kind of compared it to other prices in town, and I was like, maybe I'll show them other prices in town, and I don't know. We'll see. Regular fishing. It's so cold. Why would you be fishing? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so cold. I don't spend any more time outside than I have to when it's winter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, Hang on! One. Tear. Okay. I saw Lady Black Belt and I was like, gotta finish what I was doing! Thank you, Lady Black Belt. Do you like it? I'm making it myself. It's gonna become this. It's become a little head boy. I like it. I got my tentacles done. My little phalanx. One stitch at a time. They're so pretty. Thank you. I'm getting so much better. I'm getting so much faster. That is for true. Your dad wanted to leave jump on bug thing room. Oh, homework. It's just preparing you for being. I don't know. What does homework even prepare you for other than disappointment in life? For 1, 2. Hello, Jimmy. Keating Wood writes, is your mind flayed yet? It will be if I keep drinking. Extra practice, consolidation of skills. Oh, I had read it all right. This is what I just... It's definitely not water. Okay, wait, I drank, I did my posture, I saved my work. I love how it makes the camera go all fucky. It's oil. Just oil. Just some straight up canola oil. That's the clear one, right? It's coconut oil. Have you ever made a spice cabinet? Maybe you could put a stitch and dye. I hate it! Keep up on the continuously learning. Oh, it's not useless though. Keeping up on continuously learning, it's not useless though. Are we talking about homework? Oh, I gotta bring a kitty. Okay, let me go get one. One sec. You gotta say hi to everyone, Britta. Keep these purrs going. No. Keep these purrs. Oh, this never lasts very long. She's so feral. Hi. Say hi to everybody. Hello, kitty. You wanna go down? There you go. Britta's here. Britta. How's your new kitty? How's Fael? Oh, don't jump on the keyboard. How's Fael? Ah! Yeah, she didn't want that. Britta never wants you to pick her up unless she wants you to pick her up. Well, wait. Unless you're a historian, you won't need to know what President Washington's birthday was. This is why they say 80% of school knowledge. Oh, excuse me. Would Freya's good. Thor actually plays with her. Oh, that's really good news. Do you want to help with? Britta did not want to be here. I'm sorry, everyone. I cannot force them. She really Britted that redemption. She did. She didn't want a fucking minute of it. I'll do Sawyer next time. We'll see what she says. If they're not in the mood, they are not in the mood. Lady Black Belt got a new kitten. She's a little rescue kitten, and she's scared of everything, and she's real cute, and her name's Freya, because her brother's name is Thor. And isn't that fucking cute? When by brother, I mean step-brother. Pre-existing cat. that they already owned. So they named her Freya, and I just think that is fucking adorable. And she's a little black cat. How is she still in her room? I might actually be ready to finally go live with my D&D podcast. Nice, dude. So you have a group of friends you play with, I assume? Because I know I've seen some of your like D&D stuff, and I just didn't know. Okay, now we should be at 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 36. Yes. Nope, they're free range kitties now? Holy shit, that was fast. How's she adjusting? Probably super great. I have a bad habit. You guys can't really see this, but it'll say like you're going in order, and then it'll be like round 7 to 14. I'll forget that it's to 14 and I'll keep going, and I'm like, oh shit, I just missed 5 rounds. So I have to now just single crochet all the way around. Easy. Yeah, what do they're free ranged. They must be getting along well then. It's next week. One lives basically across the street, one in a class, so it's hard to tell. Well, I wish you luck, buddy. Make sure you put it in the content promotion tab on the Derpwood. We'd love to talk about it and love to see it. That's true. You go from a room to an entire house. She would be very skittish. It'd be very nerve-wracking. Not sure how to trust your own feet and stuff, right? Poor little thing. Poor wee babe. Seeing a cat all skittish always breaks my heart. You're like, you can feel safe here. You're safe. They're like, no, I'm not. I'm in constant peril. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm making a head. I'm making a head now. With my shitty Walmart hook that I kinda really hate and will never buy from again. How have I not played a bard yet? Does anyone have a favorite pre-written 5e adventure? I'm asking because I was going to be a part of a homebrew game and it may not work out because there was miscommunication. They may not be able to DM. So I don't mind DMing at all, but I think I always want to run pre-written games because they're just, I've never gotten a chance. So does anyone have a favorite? I had started running Storm King's Thunder. I didn't love it. I don't know if it was me or the party or what it was, but we just didn't love it. Does anyone have a favorite they've played? Like Curse of Strahd or the Witchlight one. Oh, she's becoming a second desk cat? That's not a bad thing. For Thor, so sometimes he bats at her and is like, hey, stop, let me smell you. What level? Any level. Fairlinks. Yeah, you like, so I got someone like Strahd. We got Tales of the Yawning Portal. Okay, and can you guys give me like a brief reason of why you like them? It doesn't have to be long, I'm not trying to bore you guys. But just like plead your case. Tales from the Yawning Portal, does that one start in Whiterun? Oh wait, I'm thinking Waterdeep. There's a Waterdeep name one. Strahd's like a dungeon crawl, right? Every playthrough is vastly different. Also, has a lot of twists and turns don't. Strahd is also tough, which makes it exciting. I have heard that Strahd is crazy. It is. I've heard that it's different a lot with different playthroughs, and that it's deadly. Is it okay, Greg? Is it the kind of deadly that requires a party to be min-maxed, or just to be smart? Because I have a new player that's never played before. And she seems like she's a bit of a loose cannon. Like her backstory is she wants to come from a cult of knitting gnomes. And I was like, I love you. Your character's garbage. Like, I'm like, you're gonna have so much fun. And I'm the kind of DM where I encourage and love role playing. I do not require players to min-max at all. I don't care if you tank your stats and pick all the wrong things. If you're playing what makes you happy, we're gonna make this work. But is Strahd specifically meant for min-maxers? Slash just an efficient party. Not even a min-maxer, just efficient. Just being Strahd leave you full of homes. What are the puns? Tales is an anthology, it makes it a little less monotonous. Okay. It's pretty deadly, okay. Okay. Okay, Greg. Okay, I see what everyone's saying. Efficiency and balance. Okay. I may not be able to do Strahd then with the party we have. Strahd doesn't require mid-max. The difficulty of Strahd is in the roleplay pillar. Explain. Are you meaning that it's hard for people to roleplay because there's not a lot of opportunity because it's just combat after combat? Johnny's saying is that if you don't know some of the subtle nuances of the game, you're going to die. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm not sure if Strahd would be a good... I really want to play or DM Strahd one day. Like, I want to know the story without someone just telling me. But I don't think I want to put a first-time player through Strahd. I don't think it shows the true depths of the game by what it sounds like. I want the balance between lots of hard combat and puzzles and dungeons and lots of roleplay opportunities that aren't just gonna kill them. Because they don't know the first thing about the game. Brand new. Never even heard of D&D. It's like catch-22, really? Drenched in gnome lady blood, and no one in the party can cast. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. So decisions actually matter. I know. I would love to play through Strahd too. Paranoia is super important in Strahd. Haha. So you need the players to be like, I don't trust anything. Yeah, I don't trust her to be aware of the mechanics of the game enough to make it through Strahd. And I don't want to punish her for that. I don't want her to lose her character because she wasn't, like, because it's Strahd. I'm like, no, fuck that. I want her to have a good first experience. One of your players almost got one shot, eh? I'm thinking, I don't know. I've heard of the Yawning Portal ones. There's the new one, the witch, the Feywild type one, which I think could be really fun and like exciting and mythical and just like very fantastical. I feel like it might be a nice starter one, but at the same time I actually don't know anything about it, so I don't know if it would be a good starter one. I just know it involves the Feywild. Oh, you've heard good things about Mind of Phandelver, eh? Yeah, me too. I trust his opinion too. Okay. First adventure in Yawning Portal is the... So I've heard Yawning Portal, 10 of 10, and Phandelver. Okay. Okay. Love that. I will consider one of those. It probably won't be till January. I forgot how hard it can be to get a group together, and I can't run a game with 2 people. And I feel bad because like one of the players took every Monday off for December. He was so jazzed. Like so jazzed about playing. And then I had to break it to him that the DM had fucking fucked up and he wasn't able to take Mondays off, so he was so disappointed. I'm like, we may not be able to start till January. He's like, he literally said, don't bother. D&D never works out. I never get to play. Like, because people just bail. And I was like, oh, like, no, it's not what's happening. Like, we will play. So I feel so bad. But the problem is I don't have another player. It would just be him and this one other girl, and I'm not running a 2-person campaign. I just don't want to. I don't think it'd be very much fun. It wouldn't be a good first-time experience for her. It's like, I need at least 3 minimum. What's the smallest group you guys have ever played with? I think the smallest I've ever played with was 2, like 2 players. I was one of the players. It was fun, but it was a little it was a little weird. Well, you guys started with Phandelver. I love that. You volunteered as tribute. Je ne sais quoi. I would love that. If we were playing online, I would have a lot more people to choose from. But because we're in person, it really limits how many people I know. I don't have a lot of people in person that I'm close with or that good of friends with, honestly. Makes me very sad, but I don't have a large social circle here in where I live. Not for a lack of fucking trying, but that's partly why I joined the Derpwood, right? Is I actually found the in-person group. I'm like, hey, you guys play games on in person? Can I hang out with you guys? It's because I'm relatively new in town. Actually, I can't really say that anymore. I've lived here for like over 5 years. I don't think that's considered new in town anymore. But that was a real ramble. That was a lot of points in a very short period of time. It's not amazing, Johnny. No, like, it was a cute little Muppets one-shot, so it was fine. But long term, 2 players is just not enough. Dude, well, how did you guys feel about the 2 players? I found it kind of rough. You're right, Lady Black Belt. Oh, sorry, you're red and Ethan's red, so I missed yours. You're the one that said, no! No, I know, I feel really bad. He was so excited. He literally was like, just don't bother. Like, don't bother. And I was like, shut up, we're bothering. We're gonna figure this out. I did it 2 of those years in hardcore school, but I think one of the things that makes me sad about when I went back to school in town is I got no friends from in school. Like, a lot of people go to school and then they make friends in town. Almost 90% of my class lives out of town, like out away from where I live. And then the ones in town, I just wasn't that close with. So you're like, okay. So I went through 2 years of hardcore school. Didn't really make any close friends there. So there's not a large group of people that I can bring in to play. So I'm hoping January that we can at least get a 3rd player, if not more. We'll see. But I don't want to disappoint this person. Lean into other difficulties and make them opportunities. Je ne sais quoi, I like that. Lean into those difficulties and make them opportunities. Yeah, I feel like 2 players can be really awkward for people. Because one of the 2 of you has to talk all the time. This is a midlife crisis? Not midlife. I'm not even 30. Is it right? Black belt, it sucks. It's really kind of weird. You're like, I'm spending all this time with all these people, but I'm not really friends with any of them. D&D does not always work out, my friend. I find 4 to be a really good number. And the tiebreaker. 3 to 4 that's the ideal. It's not too many, it's not overwhelming. I didn't need that. If you're right, if there's 2 people and there's party conflict, you are absolutely fucked. You're like, yes, I'm not playing. Yeah. So, we'll hope. I told them December's out. That's fine. So-and-so won't be able to take Mondays off when they told me that Mondays would be good, and that's really fucking frustrating. Literally, me and the 3 people that were playing were like, Mondays are good. We got Mondays. So-and-so is good for Mondays too. Great. And then I'm like, okay, we good for next Monday? He's like, oh, I can't do Mondays. I'm like, ah! He's like, I didn't confirm with you. I was good for Mondays. I'm like, you're right, but fuck. So, I was really annoyed. True. I guess 5 to 7 experienced players can have its own dichotomy. Like, I guess it just really depends on the group. Like, I think that one thing I've learned over the years is that what you see and experience in D&D is completely subjective to the group. Like, there is no magic formula. There's some averages, like most 4 to 6 player tables are usually a good number. But there's still a magic number. You could have a dedicated party of 2 and it'd be the best time in the world. Or a party of 7. 7, I would hate that. I think it only works for Critical Role because they're all actors and they know how to literally act. Otherwise, I'm like, that's so many people. How many does Careful Cantrip have? They have a lot too. I don't know how they do it. It's so many people. Respect to them. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd be like, I want to learn all your backstories, but I don't know how. Hello, Cherry Bombette. Welcome. I hope you're able to get a 3rd buddy. 3rd player. That'd be great. Here's the thing for me. I'm gonna have to go. Bye, Ethan. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you, buddy. And good luck with everything. Hope your fingers freeze up or warm up. Most of the shows I've seen online are 5 to 6 player number. Yeah, I think I've seen bigger parties are becoming a bit more, I'm not gonna say popular, but a bit more like they're more. What's the word I'm looking for? They're more out there. Ugh. Words are hard. Prevalent. Yeah, 7 ends up making you feel lost in the crowd easily enough. Stretch! Oh, that's a good idea. You know what's funny? I was showing my friend my range of motion in my back and how little I can do this. I can't touch my fingers on either side. This one's so much worse. And he can do it, and I'm like, how? So, I think that's a good sign, right? It's fine. Thanks, Black Belt. I love you. Good luck with your paper. Is this one of your final papers? It would have to be, right? Cool. You find Critical Role unwatchable, sir? You better watch your tone. But if there's ever a group alive that does that many players well, it's them. Like, they don't step on each other's toes. They manage to get to everyone's backstories and make every character feel like home while there's still being so many of them. And I'm like, that is fucking skill and unique and beautiful, and wow, it just gives me tingly. So they really do need some work. Although my neck tension's gotten a lot better since I started cupping on my I've been hot every week. I go to my sister's hot tub, and can you still see these ones? I go to my sister's hot tub and cup in her hot tub. Cupping is a fascial technique that you use for your body. Blah 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 blah. RMT stuff. Blah blah blah. But since doing it, I've managed to finally get some tension in some restriction in my neck. I get full range back without it being like, ah! So that's good. We're stepping in the right direction, black belt. But yes, I am very, very restricted on my GH joint. I only got 2 left? So wait, 2 papers or 2 exams? Or what do you have left? You can't stretch like that anymore. I know! Jerry, I'm like, what's happened? Their things are pre-recorded now in this campaign. So campaign 3, they're pre-recording. In the second campaign, they only pre-recorded the ending because of COVID. They're trying it this time. Cupping is really good if you are fascially restricted and need it. I have a lot of people come to me and they complain that chiro didn't help them, or acupuncture didn't help them, or cupping things didn't help them, and they complain about it. And I say, look, it's not that it's not effective. It's not what you needed to get better. So don't shit all over this because it didn't work for you. It's just not what you needed. And then I tell that to people and they're like, oh, you're right. I'm like, I know, it's almost like I do this for a living. So I'm super glad to hear that it hurt, because it's something that can be really quite I don't want to say life-changing, but it can be pretty substantial for people. It's a great tool. It's something that we do anyway. It's just a fascial technique that massage therapists know how to do, but instead of using our hands, we use these cups, so it saves our hands. And we can't do the same type of fascial movement because it's a suction movement, pulls everything up, whereas we compression push out. So it's just a different way of doing things. Anecdotal evidence is the only evidence, Becky. I like that. Oh, because that's what people think. And you ever have people where you're complaining about something, they're like, oh, my finger hurts so much. Like, you have to try this ointment. It'll help. It helped me and it'll help you, it'll help you. And you're like, that's not how this works. Just because your issue was this doesn't mean that that's my issue. But I guess they're just trying to help in their own way. I shouldn't shit all over them. Cupping. Is that like when you... Yeah. Do you want me to go get one and show you? I can show you. I don't have any lotion. But I can still show you. I'll show you. I'll be right back. I will be cupping. Trails Trinket stream is going off the rails here. Mind-flayer. Anyone who's watching for the crafts, I'm sorry. Cupping. It's just this little thing. They come in many different forms. There are like these ones, which are literally little suction cups. Little silicone suction cups. Or there's ones that are like plastic that you can actually pump the air out so it gets a really firm suction. Different kinds. So it's just a fascial technique fascia is a connective tissue. You got your skin, you got your muscle, you got your bone, you got your connective tissue. So it's literally you just squeeze and suck is one way to do it, or you can push down and suction. But what it's doing, it's pulling the skin up, and it's going to help unstick my skin from my connective tissue, from my muscle, and it's kind of like a spider web in between. It's kind of, if you've ever seen a piece of chicken that has that like weird like layer on it when it's raw, that's what your fascia is. I did not need that much lotion. Oh my goodness. Too much lotion! Is there ever such thing as too much lotion? An ointment. Does it come with a crystal? What are you talking about? This isn't woo-woo, this is science. Alright, so you would suction it. The lotion helps it glide. So you get your suction, and then you can glide it. Hurts like a bitch. Actually, everyone's different. Some people are like, it feels so good. And I'm like, this makes me want to die. So it's unsticking. Or you can leave it for up to, usually not more than 2 minutes. Get a professional to do this, guys. Don't go and buy cups just to do it on yourself, because you don't know what you're doing. I love you guys, but you don't know what you're doing. Get a professional. It's a great fascial technique. If you feel tight, and you are someone that gets regular massage, I would maybe just ask your massage therapist to say, hey, do you think I would benefit from cupping? That's usually a good question to start with, because you may not need it. That hurt. Shit. Oh, I get what you mean, Johnny. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, but if you buy this, you'll also get. There's so much lotion. Alright, that was my, that's what cupping is. It's like a little suction cup. It's a tool that professionals use for fascial work. Any other questions? I love talking RMT stuff, guys. No one ever asks me about it. And then every time someone does ask me about it, then they're like, shit, I opened up a rabbit hole here, and I don't want to talk about this anymore. And I'm like, can I just talk to you about your connective tissue for a second? Do you want to hear about our Lord and Savior connective tissue? I'm funny! Somebody left. I think you answered why no one asks. Yeah, you're right. I'm too interested. I am too interested in it, and people get overwhelmed by my interest. And that in and of itself is kind of sad. Does anyone else just not get really I get really excited when someone gets really passionate about things. I like listening to people when they're passionate about things. Does anyone else get that way too? I'm glad, Johnny. If you ever have random anatomy questions or body questions or things like that, I like to consider myself a dang good resource. Didn't go to school for nothing. What did I say? You heard me talk about math. People just glaze over. I don't glaze over. I get confused. I'm funny. That wasn't. I can see how that seemed like praising myself. It was more, no one's laughing at what I'm saying. Or maybe you are, but I can't see any of you. I think I realized the problem. I could get really existential about this, Johnny, and say people just don't get excited about other people's lives anymore because we're all so totally consumed with our own lives and with our own endless consumption of the media, social media. But I'm not gonna. It's too much of a downer. I had like a mini panic attack this Sunday when I woke up because I thought it was stream day. I was like, I'm late! And I was like, oh wait, it was last week. I panicked. Also, Greg, are you excited about tomorrow's stream? I don't want to say too much in case it's a secret, but are you excited? Can I say what it is? That there's a slight change of the usual hostage? I'm gonna try to make it. I've not been able to make a lot of people's streams, and I know we always say that that's okay, but I want to, and I miss you guys, and I feel like I lose touch on what's happening in the community when I don't get to show up. It's a tiny little head, so you don't think it'll take that long until you realize every row is still 36 stitches. You have to do 19 rows. It adds up. Quick, Johnny, the math. Actually, it would be inaccurate because some of them have decreases and increases anyway. You know, yeah, I like that. I like the even 1,000. Did I take this out? I know I wouldn't. I would have taken it. Did I already? Oh fuck. Oh yeah, the price you said was good. Totally, dude. No worries. No worries at all. I'm just totally joking around. Okay, here's a predicament. I can't remember if I took that out, stitched, and I gotta put it back in. Well, you know want to know the real math, we start off with 6 stitches. Then for the first round, after that, so technically, so round 1, 6 stitches. Round 2, increase all of those stitches. So now we have 12 stitches. Then the next round, we single crochet 1 and increase 1. Brings us to 18 stitches. Round 4, we single crochet 2 and then increase. Brings us to 24 stitches. Round 5, 3 single crochet, 1 increase to 30 stitches. Round 6, 4 single crochet and then 1 increase to 36. Then from round 7 to 14, we just single crochet, not increasing or decreasing. That's what we're doing now. Just endlessly single crocheting for 7 rounds. I should probably count where I'm at. I don't think it's 7, but still. Could be. Could be. Sometimes I wonder if I stream this every day, how long it would take me to still finish the project. So like, even if I stream for 2 hours a day, how fast I'd get a project done. Like, how many hours does it take to finish these projects? And then how many hours does it take distracted versus regular? The answer is 414. Oh, is it now? Mr. Math Man? I mean, bearable is an interesting word, because if it wasn't chat, I would just have something else up. That's MathBot for you. That's a MathBot to you. Yes? Well, good for you, Johnny, and your quick math. I'm gonna stitch it, and I'm gonna put it right back in. I'm not gonna forget this time. That's impressive. Alright, let me see how many. This song for a second sounded all like Overwatch. Oh, further than I thought. Round 11. We're on to round 12. How's everyone doing with their Christmas stuff? I'm knitting these really... Oh, I gotta show you guys. They do suck, Peter. And I hate them. Can I show you guys what I've made for my family for Christmas? Because I'm not buying gifts this year. I want to just take a little break. I want to show you guys some. So I knit my sister-in-law. She wanted a chunky headband. So I knit her a chunky headband for ears. Apparently it fits me, so okay, done. Yeah. Chunky headband. And then I made my mom this very nice macrame plant holder. And it's cool because it's got lots of different things. Got gold beads. This was fun to make. Made that. I'm knitting my two nieces and my nephew these tiny little dinosaurs. Look at these little things. And I've already got like most of the bodies done. So I'm knitting Audrey a fire one, Hazel an ice one, they're sisters. And then my little nephew Callum, I'm knitting him a rainbow one. And I'm so excited. And you're done your shopping, dude? So next I'm gonna make this kind of plaid, I don't remember the name of the hat, but you know those hats that have the little flaps and then the little flap that kind of pins up here? I don't remember there's a name for them. I'm gonna knit one of those for my dad, and it's gonna be partially plaid because he's obsessed with plaid. And then I'm making my sister a mix CD because she loves mix CDs. And then I have to figure out what to do for my brother and brother-in-law, but other than that, I'll be done. And I'm pretty pleased with myself. It's like very creative handmade gifts that I know everyone will like. Except I can't think of a handmade thing to give my brothers. I'm like, I'm not knitting you guys hats. Like, the only reason I'm knitting my dad a hat is because he literally has the same toque that he's had for the last 30 years. And I'm like, no, I'm going to knit you a proper ear-muffed one that's plaid. You're going to love it. I'm going to put his little company logo on it. But like, I'm like, I don't want to knit just my brother's hats. They don't need hats. They have a million hats. But I'm nice that you're done your shopping, Johnny. And you have kids too. Is it extra hard to do your Christmas shopping when you have kids? A lot of extra responsibility, eh? I guess I kind of do have a big family. I have my brother and my sister, and then their two partners, and then my mom and my dad, and then my 3 nieces and nephew, but they're little, so I'm only knitting them one thing. So it's only 9. But then also my partner, and then that's actually pretty much all I'm doing this year. I'm trying to keep it really low-key. Because I'm tired of spending money on people and going broke every Christmas. I'm like, no, you don't need me to buy you a camping set. Fuck off, buy it yourself. Here's something sentimental and handmade. Not that there's anything wrong with getting people what they want. We were never a family that, we never had a lot of money growing up. So we never got big things. But I would go to school some days and people would come in with like new laptops. And like, yeah, for Christmas I got like a camera and a laptop. And I'm like, the fuck? I got like a book. And like, I love my book, sorry. But I love my book. Hi, Nave! Kids are easier. I guess that's actually kind of fair. Kids are kind of easy. Get them whatever nerdy shit I want to play with. I love it. Me as a parent. Take my love in handmade form, right? That's what I do. Yeah, how you doing, Nave? I am making a little head. Pretty successfully, I might add. Only two more rows of the single crochet. Then I'll throw the eyes in, and then we'll be on to the decreases. Okay, ready, focus. You know what? I totally understand when people, you can't make, sometimes you have big families and you don't have the time. Like, I 1000% get it. Because crafting and making things takes fucking forever. So it costs money in a different way. But too many people are paying to make their families things. What do you mean by that? They're literally just paying to have businesses make them handmade things. I guess supporting local small businesses is never a bad thing. Oh, that's what you mean. You're making too many things for families that are paying you to make them things. That's awesome, Nave, and that's not cheap either. Because Etsy things they can be expensive. Like, it's a good thing because they're getting paid what they deserve, but it is an extra expense sometimes when you buy local or a small business. Because you are paying them what they deserve, but it's not cheap all the time. And this year I'm fighting, I have an urge usually to keep piling gifts, so I'll buy one thing and I'm like, oh, and then another thing. Oh, and maybe like one other thing. And so they end up with, I'm like, no. And then I think everyone needs the same amount of things. I'm like, no, Peggy, everyone just gets one thing. No worries, Fairlinks. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Right? It's so easy for that to become the mentality. And I'm like, nope, everyone this year is getting one thing. One sentimental, handmade, thought out thing. And that's it. I'm hoping this Christmas to get a bunch of the things I need for making resin stuff and resin dice. Because now I have my resin, I just need silicone, I have some mica powders to start, but I'm going to be getting like the silicone, hopefully the respirator, some gold flakes, just some other things that I need. Then the only thing that I'm really missing, that's going to be the big expense, is making my own pressure pot. So if anyone happens to know people that use, like that make resin things that use a pressure cooker, pressure pot thing, can you guys let me know who they are? Either DM me in Discord or something, because I have some ideas from all my own research online, but if there's any tips and tricks they have from their life experience, that would be really helpful. Yeah, he does. I knew DM Dave because he's the one that makes that you made the beer ones recently, right? Oh, Greg. Oh, that makes me so happy because I know you can make them. And I'm like, I've seen the tutorials. I just need to get the stuff and do it. So Greg, I'll have to see how it goes. Get Amanda to use it. He made some other ones too? Okay, I'll check out the Discord, Fairlinks. Thank you. I'll check out, yeah, Careful Cantrip. Because I know they have like a dice section, right? That's perfect, dude. Thank you so much. Oh my god, Greg, if it works and you make me another one, yes. Because that is a task I do not want to do. I do not want to make one. I'm like, give me your money. Take money. Let me have pot. Oh, you guys are the best. Oh, yes. That'll be exciting. I've been wanting to make dice for years, but every time I looked at the cost of making them, I became very anxious and overwhelmed and would just stop trying. And then I decided, I'm like, Becky, you want to do this, so just buy one thing at a time. So I started with the resin that was 50% off that I'd heard good things about. I was like, okay, good. Now you have that. Next month you'll buy something else. So I've been slowly accumulating things. I'm gonna get some stuff for Christmas. And then I'm hoping to just start making stuff and putting it up on my Etsy and, you know, making an Instagram account more dedicated to it. Because I always really wanted to do it. I just get, like, these are all the dice that I got from the... This is where I've been putting it for now. And I can't tell, I wish the Greenleaf Geeks thing came with an explanation about the dice. Because you have dice like these, which look like Chessex dice. Come on. They look, you know, the same font. Come on. As Chessex dice. Oh, you're so fucking close. Fuck! I'm trying, guys. Why does it hate me? Okay, anyway. Then you have dice, in comparison, that look like this, with that font. So, I'm like, okay, these are obviously handmade. Love it. Are these ones handmade? And that's where I don't know. So, I wish they're, like, in these ones, I don't know if they're handmade. I love them, but I just don't know. I'm like, did you hand make a set and also buy a set to go in it? So there was no explanation in the box. So I kind of want to message her. Actually, I don't care enough to message her and ask because I love it and I'm super pumped about this advent calendar. Top entertainment. Becky yells at computer. Fucking work! Focus! Music. This is exciting stuff, guys. And then, because I have Wednesdays off at the clinic, they're meant to be my days off to do errands, and I think I will, but I think I'll also dedicate part of my Wednesdays to my crafting. The hard part about crafting for me is when I create something and I make something, not having a purpose for it, because it never sells, like it barely ever, and I don't want to create for the sake of selling. At the same time I do. That's kind of where the dice are coming in. It's like I don't want to create like a 30-hour blanket just to have it sit in a box at home waiting for someone to buy it. Like I made these Harry Potter inspired infinity scarves. They're really warm. They're fucking amazing. I love them. I made a Hufflepuff one and I made a Slytherin one, and the Slytherin one is never sold. So I just have this really cool Slytherin scarf sitting around. I've had it for probably 2-3 years now. I was like, you spend all this time on a project and you like it breaks your heart to see it sit there. Which is kind of why I think dice will be nice, because they're not as time conducive as something like knitting or crocheting, right? Knitting and crocheting is a labor of love. It is hours upon hours upon hours. For something that, like, let's say realistically it takes you 30 hours, and if you even paid yourself minimum wage, that's still a crap ton of money plus supplies. And people don't usually charge that because it's too much. Like I look at my Slytherin scarf and I think I'm asking for like 100. And I'm like, this took countless hours. And I'm only asking for 100. But I can't well ask for 500 because that's unrealistic. But they always say for small businesses to charge what you're due. I'm like, I can't. So knitting feels like a uniquely difficult situation. It's not like macrame, which is quick. Resin, which is kind of quick. And by quick, I mean multiple hours, but not 50 hours for an Afghan. Okay, I count. It is tough. It is tough, Nate. Thank you for listening to my rambles. I've thought about this a lot because I have had my little Etsy for a while and I keep having these project ideas and I'm like, it's hours. And I loved making it. I love doing it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. But it just breaks your little heart to have it sit there. And I go, okay, that's fine. But then, to my own, I also don't promote. And I'm like, I'm sure that if I, but okay, to have a small business, you need to promote, which means you need to have content to be promoting. Something like knitting or crocheting, I look at people that do promote it and have like blogs and what, I'm like, how are you making all this stuff so fast? Because I can't do that. And I'm like, this is your full-time job. I'm like, how did you make it your full-time job? How? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, you definitely can't worry about mass-produced stuff. No, definitely not. There's this really cool blog I started following. It's something like YT Yarns, TY Yarncraft or something. Anyway, I really like her. She has like a blog. She does a YouTube channel and she knits and I don't know, she probably sells her stuff and she sells patterns. I don't really know. But it's like a full-time gig for her. But I'm like, how do you make stuff fast enough? But she just makes her YouTube and I think that's enough. Perfect. I just don't think I'd ever want to do YouTube because I'd have to teach people how to do this. I'm like, I don't know. Do you put the needle in the thing? Yeah, I agree, Johnny. That's what I've thought of in the past. I actually had my first business was called Control Alt Sleep, and I was knitting and cross stitching these little pillows. They were like nerdy pillows. Like one had a TARDIS on it. One had like the Jane hat from Firefly. One had Harry Potter. Like it was all these different themes, and I would custom do them if people wanted a custom one. But they still took so long, and I wasn't comfortable charging more than like $80. But it wasn't worth it. And then I got really tired of it. I was like, no, this isn't, I want to do more than just pillows. So that I have a hard time with the one spec when it comes to textiles, because I like diversity. I get bored. I like exploring new patterns and exploring new things. I don't want to just be my own slow machine, right? It would help, Nave, but I wouldn't know what to do. Is this a fucking Christmas music? You can fuck right off. Celtic fantasy music, dark, ambient, medieval, epic music, no copyright. Fuck off. They're fucking back. I don't want to listen to Christmas shit. Sorry. The music in the background was God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, a Christmas song. I didn't want to listen to it because I'm not a Grinch, but I don't like Christmas music. Okay, sorry, Nate, let me see. I have found that every time I raise my prices, people are just fine with it. I think your stuff is worth more than what you think it is. Okay, thank you, Johnny. You do it on spec a few times. Charge high so it sells slowly. Make different stuff and cycle through it. Just so I understand, what do we mean by spec? Like, what do you mean by when you do it on spec? I like being a part. I like having internal monologues and having people to bounce off, but I appreciate it. I know, right? D&D with me? That's exactly it. I'm like, I hear it and I get triggered. I'm like, fuck. No. I like the idea of doing like that. Every business I've seen that succeeds with tactile, like these kinds of things, they usually have a blog where they sell their patterns and have tutorials and things. Not all of them have YouTubes, but they'll have like a social media where they'll post like the spring drop, and they'll have this little the crocheted person, the pattern, and they're like, these are the things that I came up with this season, and the money comes from, I think, just her making up the patterns. She doesn't even make the things; it's just the patterns. And I'm like, and I think this is really cool. She will make bundles of, so if you wanted to make this mind-flayer, she'll bundle all the yarn you need, she'll give you the needle, she'll give you everything you need to create this project, put it in a little bag with the pattern, and you buy that and get it shipped to you. And I'm like, that is a very good idea. So you make your own pattern, you give people a chance to buy it and make the stuff. I'm like, that's pretty good. I don't know how the fuck you make money off this, but it sounds good. Spec is for speculation. Okay, I see what you're saying. You do it on speculation a few times. Charge highs with so slowly. I see what you're saying. They are. That's part of the reason I'm doing all of these. I want to work my way through the monster manual, and I'm starting with patterns that I can buy, is so that I can learn to make my own. Because I can't learn to make my own until I use other people's, and seeing people's patterns and how they put things together, that's really helpful. Honestly, it's really helpful. All the gin is gone. Okay. I wonder what size I. 10.5 millimeter or 12 millimeter. My box of eyes. What do we think? 10.5, 10s or 12s? Or one of each. I definitely only own 10 or 11 or 12, so I don't know. So this is like the increasing and then the straight, and now I'm about to decrease. So I'm about to make the top of his head. So he's not going to get too much bigger. And I'm just looking at the pattern. And I'm like, okay, 10.5 or 12. I have a 10 or a 12. I get way too hung up on these kind of stupid decisions, guys. Why? I'm gonna go 12. Like stuff that wasn't pre-ordered. For example, I made a bunch of dice with no one. Sold them as I could. Yeah, and that's Johnny what I was thinking of doing. Sorry, I just saw that part up there. It's just so unrealistic to do that with this kind of work. Like, it takes so many hours to make one thing that making bulk is really tough. Unless they're little projects. PDFs usually what the blogs I've seen do is you can go to their website, go to their blog, they have a free pattern on the blog. If they're smart, they make it so you can't copy and paste it. And then they say you can buy a written printable PDF like the ones I have for anywhere from $1 to $5. These ones are $5 because they're not free on the blog. There's images of them, but there's not the pattern on the blog. These ones are roughly $5 to $7, I think, depending on maybe how long they are. And that's what not all of them are free. So if they're a free pattern, like this little dino one is a free pattern, but I wanted the printable PDF, so I paid the $1. Because I couldn't copy and paste it onto a Word doc like an asshole. Guys, he's got eyes. Our boy's all grown up. Patterns are... Everybody was making Ray fashion with fancy bras. Really excited she got pregnant because of... Aww. Yeah, it's easy to do. It's easy to do. Same. My most common order is the same shaker table in different dimensions. Nave, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for popping and being a part of my inner monologue. That seems to always happen at hour 2 of my stream. Love it. Well, okay, we picked our safety eyes. We got those boys in. Picked 12s because I'm tired of being so decision paralysis all the time. Apparently it's anxiety. I am going to put safety boys on this one. Reveal your secrets. Okay, please don't be as hard this time. Don't, that's what she said, but stop. Oh! Thank Christ, that was so much easier. Me trying to get them on my dinos, must have the size down or something. Because it was a literal nightmare. I was sitting here with pliers. Trying to get these very easily. You just snap them on to the backs. They're just these little eyelets. You snap on to the back. It's very blurry, I'm so sorry. And it was like, it's impossible. But these ones are big enough, it's quite possible. Look at me, just making decisions, being confident with them, saying, fuck it, I don't care. Okay, let's start our decreases, my friends. We're at 15. Trying to stitch 4 and then decrease. Our little tentacle boy is happening. Bum, 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 bum. One, two, three, four. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm fading fast. Feeling pretty sleepy. Had a big old day at work. So I'm gonna finish up this head tomorrow. He's definitely almost done. It's very exciting to see where this is gonna go, this little buddy. We got our little buddy and we got his little tentacles, which means that this page is almost done. I'm gonna have to get myself some pins. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for being so supportive and wonderful. If you've been lurking, thanks for everyone for your lurks. If you've been chatting, thank you for your chats. If you've just been watching without commenting, that's also okay. Thank you for being here. Hope everyone has a good night. Yeah. Stay safe out there. Love you all. And we'll go. I was gonna say, I don't know how many people are there, so we won't raid tonight, but that's okay. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.